Hi, my name is Sean, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to use your brand new Hush Collection Self-Adhesive Cluster Lashes by Lash Buddy with extreme confidence. These cluster lashes feature underlash application with a pre-glued and soft, clear, invisible band. It sits discreetly underneath your natural lashes, providing a subtle lash boost. In each box, you will find 48 different cluster lashes in varying lengths. This will allow you to create a natural look all the way to an evening dramatic look. Now let's talk about options, because a girl loves her options. We have no filter for my natural girls, and then there's sneaky for the natural girls that want a little bit more kick, and savage if you like it a little bit more glam, and vibe check, which is what we will be applying today. Now there are two different ways that you can apply the Hush Collection cluster lashes. The first one would be a full application, which would be 5 to 6 clusters depending on your eye shape on each eye. This method allows for creation of diverse lash maps, meaning if you want it to be a little bit shorter on the inner corner and then a little bit longer on the outside to create a cat eye effect, that's something you could definitely achieve. The next application method would be a semi-full application, and that is when you are going to use 2 to 3 clusters starting in the center of the eye and working your way outward. This technique provides a lighter, natural lift, perfect for everyday use or for those of us that are newer to lash clusters. And don't worry, if lash maps are a little bit confusing to you, there's a full detailed guide of example lash maps that you can take and put directly in your own application. Before we start applying clusters, we first need to make sure that our eyes are clean and oil-free. Then we are going to curl our natural lashes to create a curved base to blend with our clusters. This is an optional step, but we highly recommend you doing it. The first thing you're going to want to do is start on the outer corner of the eye. Now here's a couple of tips when you're picking up your cluster lash. First, you're going to make sure that your lash application tool is free from any residue. You will notice in the top right-hand side, there is a little reminder that says "Pick Me Up Here." You are then going to take your lash application tool and gently put it under the edge of the band, avoiding touching the band. Pushing all the way up, gently clamp down and pull up on the lash. Next, take your forefinger and thumb, gently holding the top of the lash, flipping the tweezers around, re-clamping, avoiding the band on the lash again for application. Let's take another look at this. Now that we have gently picked up the lash off of its strip, we want to turn it around in our hand. You are gently going to take your fingers on the top of the lash, avoiding touching the actual clear lash strip. Then you're going to take your tweezers, rotate them around, and grab the lash again, just like that. The end result is going to be like a little C, or look almost like a little spoon that's going to allow you to easily put that sticky part right underneath that lash line. Starting from the outer corner of the eye, place the 12mm cluster at a slight angle underneath your natural lashes. Press it just above the roots. Applying your lash cluster 1mm away from your waterline will ensure long wear and also comfort. You're going to want to slightly overlap the clusters for a stronger hold and a more seamless look, but be sure not too much overlapping, just a tiny bit will do. After you have that cluster on, you want to take your lash applicator tool, turn it sideways, and you're going to gently pinch the two together to make sure that the adhesive seal is complete. And here we go, one side is complete. So now let's work on the other side. Now remember, for comfort, as you are applying each lash cluster, avoid going directly on your waterline. This will ensure that you can wear these lashes up to 5 to 7 days. Something that really helps me is actually looking down in a mirror. That way I can see it actually going on my lash and not directly on my waterline. As you're applying your clusters, you want to be sure that you're holding your applicator tool just like this, and in a way that an angle that's going to fit your eye and comfort to you. As you're doing the other eye, feel free to experiment with either using your dominant hand or switching hands, finding what works best for you. Remember, the key to find a method that feels natural and gives you the best results. Now let's talk about when you make a mistake. It is bound to happen, even if you are seasoned in lash application. But the good thing about this Hush Collection, you can remove these by gently pulling down without damage to your natural lash. Simply take your tweezers, avoiding your natural lash, and you are going to pull down gently. This is going to release the lash, and then you can just flip it over and try again. After I've applied all of my lashes, there is one trick that I like to do before I use the lash tool to do the final crimp. I like to gently take my finger, hold it right underneath the lash, and blink down softly. Then I can go ahead and take my tool and gently crimp those lashes down to make sure that they're going to stay for the full 5 to 7 days. In fact, if you plan on wearing these clusters for a longer period of time, simply just take your lash application tool and every morning give yourself a little crimp just to make sure that everything is secure. And voila, beautiful lashes in just minutes. And when it comes time to remove these lashes, don't worry. They are incredibly easy to take off with no damage to your natural lash. All you're going to do is take your fingers, grab the lash, avoiding your natural lash, and gently pull down. Thank you so much for watching. Now remember, practice makes progress. And pretty soon you are going to be an expert in your lash application. You can shop the Hush Collection Self-Adhesive Cluster Lashes at shoplashbuddy.com.